So this dude is Lil Durk's shooter. He's the dude who's caught up in the case with Durk. And he's the dude who the feds is saying paid for the body of Quando Rondo's friend. So I don't really know anything about OTF DD. I know he went to jail before. I know he is obviously a super crash out savage. You got to give him that award for sure. He'd be mad at us if he didn't. So let's see some more about this guy.
On the voice, that mean DD, he the threat.
DD a threat. Ain't got no pace, so wherever he catch you, that's where he gon' shoot it.
How? You just call DD a rapper, you'll kill him.
In a shocking turn of events, the biggest drill rapper in the world, Lil Durk, was recently arrested by the feds and charged with murder for hire. At least 5 of his associates were also arrested in connection with the murder. One of them in particular has a story so crazy that it'll leave your jaw dropped. In today's video, we'll be telling the story of OTF DEDE. OTF DEDE, also known as D-Ski, real name DeAndre Wilson, is a gang member from Chicago, Illinois. He was a member of a hood called Tay-Town. Tay-Town was cool with Lamron, 600, O-Block, and THF 46. Tay-Town beefs with Shields, STL, EBT, MOB, Jarl City, and 051 Young Money. Lil Durk and DD are cousins. He's been around Durk since day one, way before the money and fame. When DD started rapping, Durk signed him to his OTF label, but he was always a gangster that just did rap on the side. DD had a notorious reputation in the streets. Durk would frequently shout him out in songs and refer to him as the nickname The Threat. He was allegedly one of Tay-Town's top shooters. With a reputation like that, it's no surprise that DD would find himself linked to multiple murders.
Death of Travis from Shields.
As I mentioned earlier, one of Tay-Town's biggest enemies is a gang called Shields. On November 3rd, 2012, a member of Shields named Travis Henry was sitting in a car with a friend on the 5600 block of South Shields Avenue when a blue van pulled up beside them. A gunman hopped out of the van and opened fire, shooting into Travis's vehicle repeatedly. The shooter then hopped back into the van and fled the scene. Travis's friend was able to flee unscathed, but sadly, Travis was shot multiple times and pronounced dead on the scene at just 19 years old. DD would get arrested and officially charged with this murder about 2 years later, on November 5th, 2014. 3 different witnesses identified him to police as the shooter. He was hit with 1 count of first-degree murder and 1 count of attempted murder. Witness testimony can often be shaky, and in a place like Chicago, witnesses often recant statements for their own safety. Prosecutors didn't have strong evidence in his case, so after 5 years...
So, bro, this is probably why the feds had to come get all of them. All of them is just like beating the law, like making the law look bad, bro. We basically know he did it because 3 witnesses was there, which means I did see him do it. But when it's time for the courts to prove it, the law to prove it, all of that, y'all ain't finna keep me secure after this. So he beats it off the witnesses not showing up.
He was granted a 9, so his associates bonded him out. Following his release from jail and while on bond for murder, DD's ops would capture him and do something truly sickening to him.
He got caught by his ops. He got SA'd.
The next part of the story is truly disgusting. As DD was enjoying life out of jail, he would get set up. He was lured somewhere by his ops and they held him up at gunpoint. DD's ops then proceeded to rob him and cut off his dreads. In truly demonic fashion, realizing that they had him at their mercy, they would make him do a disgusting act on camera. While holding guns in his face, DD's ops forced him to eat out a woman on her period while she was bleeding profusely.
Oh, that's disgusting, bro. That's disgusting.
To make things worse,
bro, so they made him eat a girl. Do I gotta get smoked over that? Like, am I gonna do that? Or no, I gotta just see what comes after this life. Cause bro. He had to do what, bro? I wouldn't even want to be a savage after this, bro. I wouldn't even want to be tough. I would change my life, I swear to God.
She was bleeding profusely.
Hold on, bro. Straight up fucking cheating, bro.
To make things worse, they recorded everything and posted the video online for the whole world to see.
OTF DEDE. Look out.
The girlfriend
Got caught. Got a bitch tricking.
Somehow, no arrests were ever made for this incident. There's rumors online that multiple people involved in this situation were killed afterward. However, I've not found any concrete evidence of this anywhere. Regardless, something like this would change someone forever. A few years later, good fortune would come for DeDe as his murder charges were officially dropped. He would soon be linked to another murder that brought down one of the biggest rappers in the world.
And that's the death of Lil Pab.
Right now, the search is on for 3 people who police say shot at a Savannah rapper, killing a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the aftermath. Shots fired, a fight taken to the streets, and this chaotic scene, the ending of a shooting that started in Los Angeles, California. Sheriff's deputies pulling out a man who had been shot in an SUV. Savannah rapper Quando Rondo, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight. It all started at this mobile gas station at 5:30 Friday evening. LAPD says witnesses heard multiple gunshots, then watched a couple cars zoom off. 3 people in one car shot at this black Cadillac Escalade. It's unclear if those inside shot back.
As I'm sure most of you know, famous Chicago rapper and close friend of Lil Durk, King Von, was shot and killed in November of 2020 during a violent confrontation with Georgia rapper Quando Rondo and his associates. Losing King Von was devastating for his associates, so they were eager to avenge him. This would lead to them coming after Quando Rondo. According to the federal indictment, Lil Durk and his associates learned on August 18, 2022, that Quando Rondo was staying at a hotel in Los Angeles. After learning this, DJ allegedly recruited 2 other Chicago gang members and had one of them buy plane tickets from Chicago to San Diego using an OTF credit card. They then drove to Los Angeles and met up with other Chicago gang members to carry out their mission to kill Quando Rondo. On August 19, 2022, they were able to find him and track him down to a gas station. Once he was parked at the station, they ambushed him. 3 of them hopped out and fired dozens of shots into Quando's car. Somehow, Quando didn't get hit by a single shot, but his cousin, named Lil Pab, who was standing outside of the car, was shot and killed, officially passing away at just 24 years old. Even though they didn't get Quando, Lil Durk and his affiliates would celebrate and self-snitch on themselves in songs. They would seemingly get away with it for a while, but after 2 years, it would turn out that all of them, especially DeDe, left a huge trail of evidence leading the feds right to their doorsteps. This murder would officially lead to the end of OTF and Lil Durk.
Damn, bro. So for them to do something like that in such a high profile area and think it's gonna get the same results of doing something in these like terrible communities is just insane. For them to think like, yo, if we get up the flights from Chicago, we're taking to San Diego and drive down now, we gonna be decent, folks. We gonna be decent. We just drive down now. We catch him, we hit his ass, and we just gonna get back to the rack. It's like we in and out. It's like they gonna never know until the police pull up on you. So what were you doing at 6 p.m. on the exact date that this happened? We have a plane ticket for you. Like, bro, this just be like, bro, you from certain states and from certain like areas and walks of life, stuff that used to work your whole life, just you make it to a point it don't work no more, bro. Like, they already been on you. They already been on y'all as an organization. So to think that it's good, the only way Durk got a chance is if this dude DeDe take the whole rap. It was me, and they still may try and get him tied in.
And rapper Lil Durk has been arrested and charged with a murder for hire plot. The Chicago native, whose real name is Durk Banks, was arrested in Florida by the U.S. Marshals Service. The 32-year-old's arrest comes as 5 other people in Chicago were arrested in connection with the investigation. According to the complaint, Banks and his co-conspirators allegedly worked together to, quote, track, stalk, and attempt to murder a target at a Los Angeles gas station, firing at least 18 rounds into the person's vehicle, striking and killing a passenger in the car. Banks made his first court appearance this afternoon in Miami. Banks' lawyer asked for privacy after leaving court, telling ABC, quote, "We will not be commenting at this time."
On October 2024, federal prosecutors announced the arrest of 5 OTF members, including DeDe, for the murder of Lil Pab. Later that same night, Lil Durk was arrested and charged with murder for hire. The federal indictment alleged that DeDe paid the killers of Lil Pab on behalf of Lil Durk. DeDe is officially charged with first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit murder, solicitation of murder, accessory to murder, and money laundering. Both him, Lil Durk, and their other affiliates that were charged are facing life in prison. Wow, I never thought that Lil Durk would ever get caught. It's crazy that they use OTF credit cards to purchase all of the things used in the murder. Let me know what you guys think of.
That's crazy. Durk went from the hope of the city to facing forever and a half in the pen, bro. Like, it's just a proof. No matter what point you get at, you got to continue to make good decisions, bro. Because that one small miscalculation, that one small, like, not thinking right for that second, or for that little couple weeks, couple months, being in a dark place, whatever time period, just ruined forever for him, bro, and his family, bro. Like, he was building generational, had a chance to get towards 100 million billionaire status and blew it because he's trying to stay too close to these folks who got this mentality, bro. All the background characters don't got the same mentality as the dude who making a song. These brothers got to learn that, man. Like, them folks don't care. They just want to use your name for wherever they stuck at in life.